Now I know this isn't the typical thing we have on this channel, but I'm starting to branch out and kind of mess with different things, so well, here we are. Hey guys, how's it going? This is actually my neighbor's. It is a 2009 Pontiac G8. This car has a 3.6 liter V6 in it. This is actually a rear wheel drive car. Story behind it is my neighbor took it to a shop to get it looked at because it was not running right. He said that the timing belt had went on it, or jump timing, or something happened with the timing belt. So he took it to a shop, and the shop looked at it, and they pretty much told him that they didn't want to mess with it. It was a 15-hour job, something like that. And in order to get to the timing belt, you pretty much have to take the whole front of the engine off, and you have to take the top of the end, the breather assembly off, or not breather assembly, the throttle assembly off in order to get to it. So it's a difficult task to get to. So he called me. It sat up there for a few months. He called me and he asked me, he told me, he goes, I got a project for you. You've got a pretty good mechanical mind and you like to mess with engines. I've got my wife's Pontiac. They had bought a new car and replaced this one, so they didn't really, I guess they weren't really that worried about it. He said that her Pontiac has the timing belt in it blew and it will not run. I haven't tried starting it. I don't know if it runs or not. I haven't tried starting it. I'm not going to try starting it because I don't want to make anything worse than it is. But he said it jumped timing. And he said, you've got a pretty good mechanical mind and like to mess with this stuff. I want to see if you can fix this thing or not. So I kind of tossed it around for a bit, and well, here it is. So I like to YouTube this type of stuff. Let me just put a disclaimer here. If you're looking for a how-to video, I strongly advise you go somewhere else. I have absolutely no knowledge on this. I looked around to see if I could find anything on doing a timing belt on these, and I could not find anything, so I'm pretty much jumping into it just sight unseen. So we're gonna see if we can fix it, and if we can fix it, great. If we can't, well, he told me no big deal. We can sell it off, or we can take it to a parts yard and they'll go from there. I even thought about buying it off and putting a different motor in it, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. So yeah, I guess let's go on ahead and get the hood opened up and let's take a look at what we got.
I came from the mud. There's dirt on my hands.
You ain't. You're
Strong
fine.
like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
I thought that might happen.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon. They sing try to catch me howling at the moon.
So let's go on ahead and let's pop the hood. I actually already went in there and opened it. 3.6 liter V6. Now the nice thing about this engine is, like I said, rear wheel drive car. Cylinders are on this side and everything in the front's right here. So instead of having to take the fender off, which probably would actually be a better idea, you have to take all of this off up here, which isn't that big of a deal, but you know, you got to drain that radiator out, and then I don't know if there's any Freon. I think it has air conditioning. I'm not sure if there's any Freon inside that system or not. So I'm assuming that this is kind of like my truck. Yeah, that's what I thought. This just pulls right off. It's got little tabs inside of there. So I'm gonna have to move stuff around so I have a place to set things. So this up here, this throttle body up here has to come off in order to get down to there, followed by pretty much everything on here. What's this? I'm assuming that this is the cooling system. Yeah. Over here's something else. I think that's the cooling system right there too. But it's got a dipstick on it. Well, I kind of looked it over just to look it over off camera. It's got a dipstick that goes down there. As you can see, there's nothing on the dipstick. So I'm kind of wondering if there's anything inside of this radiator at all. I want to get that to come off. There we go. And I want to see if there is anything in here. That way I know. We'll have to drain it out. That way we don't get anything on my floor. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's empty. Where's my phone? I want to check. This is the only flashlight I've got. Yeah, that thing is completely empty. But yeah, you got to take everything off the front, which is kind of... Never really messed with something like this before, like I said, so this is kind of a new learning experience for me. So I guess just go on ahead and start taking stuff off. Let's go on ahead and get the air cleaner assembly off. Loosen that, and I think that's all that it requires to get this off. Mass airflow sensor, that should be alright. So let me figure out what size those are, we'll get that off. So let's see about getting this air boot off of here. Air intake. I think it's just held on there by a clamp. I wouldn't be surprised if I am. Well, it seems to be all that holds it. Cool. So there's your throttle body. We'll set this over here with that. So I think what's the next thing that we take off? What's this? What does it sit on there? Oh, that's a piece of the... I think that's just a piece for the plastic. I don't really know. Okay, so it looks to me, there's the bolts. One's missing here. I don't know what goes there. It looks like there's something back here, maybe not. Are there any other? There's this right here. It's just a line. There's one that goes over here, one that goes over here. There we go. Let's just see. We're into it this far. We may as well just go on ahead and figure it out. We'll just have to figure out how to time the cams. There's no bolts under here, is there? Yeah, there is. There's one and there's one. Oh, and those are the assemblies that hold this down. Okay. Might be able to get to them with this. Or maybe not. It's an extension. So let's see, can we get in here? They don't give you a whole lot of room in here, do they? Wait a second. I think that just sits in there. Oh, just keep moving. Oh, they just sit on little things. And you can just lift that off. Yeah, see, that just pops out. Okay, cool. I thought that was going to be a little worse. To be honest with you. Actually, didn't seem like that. Oh, there's a thing mounted to it back in the back. No, that's not a good idea. Put it over there where I know it's not going to fall. Over here so I'm not blocking the camera. You know, what all do you guys see? Actually. Well, you see just about everything. Cool. I guess we'll get to see what it looks like on top of this motor. It's gonna need gaskets and stuff, I'm assuming. There's a line that goes back here. I see, is there one over there? No, it's just on that side. I doubt that's the fuel line, but it might be. We got a pair of pliers and we'll get that out. There's nothing underneath. No, this is still hooked up. It just looks like a breather. I'm pretty sure that some of this is just vacuum lines. Okay, there we go. We got that loose. Any washers in there? No. Okay, that one's longer, and I'm assuming this one's longer. Yes. This one longer? Yeah. The one front one is short. The other ones are longer. Okay. Let's see if we can get this out of here now. Okay, what are we missing? Hold on a minute here. What are we missing? Should pull this back here. There is a bolt back here. That's a really shitty place for bolts. Get to that one. Yeah, there's one right there. Can we even get to that one without removing a bunch of shit? We're probably gonna end up having to take this off, but I guess we'll try it. See. Maybe not. Where's the... Yeah, I can't get to that. I gotta grab a shorter socket. Hopefully now, I should be able to get onto it. Yep. Wonder how many shops accidentally on purposely forget that one. Makes sense though. Makes sense though that there's a bolt over there because there's not one over here. This is taking forever. Is it loose? Feels loose. There. There we go. Got it. Come in. Listen. Come out. There we go. Alright, so I'm assuming this has already been off of here. So, with how easy it picked up for me. Oh, shit. Okay, what are we stuck on? One thing you don't want to do is go ripping on stuff. If it doesn't want to come out, just give it a look. There we go. This just probably didn't even need to come off, right? missing back here? We're missing a wire that's plugged in. No, it's unplugged. So that should come out, yes. Cool. Alright, so we got that out. We don't want to drop anything in there. So now that that's out of the way, we can get down here and take a look. So, the next thing that's got to come off is the water pump. I think this is the water pump right here. Well, the belts, everything up here pretty much has to come off. Oh my God, what did I get myself into? Let me look at a couple things real quick and let me organize myself a little bit better so I can and just get a better look at this before I jump in. So essentially, we're just gonna have to go on ahead and take everything. I'm not gonna take the front of the car off because there's no reason to. I think I have enough room in here I can get to everything, so I'm not gonna worry too horribly about the rest. There is no water in the cooling system, which is nice. It'd be nice if I had the engine out, to be honest with you. It'd make it a lot easier to get to everything. So you do have to pretty much take everything off the front of the engine. Looking at it more, I kind of have determined that. So I guess may as well go on ahead and start taking stuff off, you know. Get this clamp. It doesn't wanna come loose. Mine still feels pliable, so that's good. Not sure what those are. I'm assuming those are vacuum lines of some sort. I know there's got to be a special tool for this, but it's something I don't have. So we're just going to make do with what I've got. I have a pair of channel locks right here. Can we get this to turn, please? Without damaging it? I don't know if we can. There he goes. There he goes, he turns. Cool. So now that we know that won't turn, I hear water. Oh boy. Well, that looked... Whatever just came out of that looked wonderful. Nothing in there. I thought there was something in there, but maybe not. That might have to come out. So, pretty much the head or the valve cover is going to have to come out. The water pump, how does the water pump go on there? Everything up here is to come off. Here's your tensioner. That's your tensioner, right? That might be the tensioner. I want to take a second and get a picture. I want to picture how that belt is. Make it easier to put it back together. Just so that I know. So, because there's no sticker on here anywhere that tells me how that belt goes back together. I don't know what this is. Oh, that's for the front cover, I bet. Okay, so I started getting into this. I got a phone call, so I kind of started messing with this while I was on the phone, and I figured out I was trying to get these wires unplugged, but I looked a little bit closer and there was a bolt holding these in. So I just unbolted them and pulled them out. So these two sensors here, and then there was this. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not sure what these are. I think these are cam position sensors. I don't know what that one is, but it was there. So I just pulled that one, those out. I was gonna put them back in and then remove them on camera again, but I thought, what's the point in doing that? I'll just show them. And this one went in the middle, this one went there, this one went right there. So now we need to remove this, which it almost, I don't know if I can even get to that with this one. Second option. Yep. There we go. And then we need to pull the valve covers, which, to be honest with you, I wonder if that's the next thing that we should do. Kind of looking at it. Yeah, maybe that is the next thing that we should do actually. Is just going ahead and get the valve covers off. And then we can get after everything else after we do that. Thought I had seen something. Okay, so I guess we need to figure out what size everything in here is. I'm going to assume it's 10 millimeter because it seems like everything is 10 millimeter. So we'll start with these over here. These are the coil packs. Yep. I'm going to make this quicker on myself as well. Just going ahead. It'll make it come out quicker. Easier for me. So these hold the coil pack. There's 3 of them. Oh shit, I can't get to that back one. Let's see. Yep. No surprises or nothing like the Tacoma had. Cool. So there was a spark plug sitting in the cup holder. So I wonder what the reason for that is. I have a feeling that we're missing something. I wonder if one of our cylinders is missing a spark plug. So the coil packs go in order of the first one up here goes into the first hole. They just go into the corresponding hole to them, I guess. And then it's going to be the same thing over there as over here, except it actually kind of looks like that side might be a little more fun to remove. So this holder right here, I'm thinking there we go. I was going to say I'm thinking it's going to have to come off. Yep. I'm not sure. Does this come out? Oh yeah, it does. Right there's the thing that holds it. We'll have to take it out, I guess. I'm just putting the bolts back in here. I'm also going to do that for the ones with the coils now. Thinking about it. Just trying to keep stuff where I can easily find it and not lose things, you know. We'll throw these bolts back in here. And then after we throw these in here, this is hooked to something. There we go. Just had a holder going to it, that was it. Well, them are all 10 millimeter. Okay, well, cool. We gotta take these off anyway, I'm figuring. So I got everything pulled out of this side. I kind of moved over here just to look into it, and this side had a little bit more attached to it than I thought it did. I took the coils out and everything. It was basically a mirror image of that side, all except for easier to get to. So, I guess now, if there's no hidden bolts, which it looks like we got all of the bolts. Maybe not. I thought I had got all of them, but I missed one apparently. So I guess we'll have to get him. And then once we get him, if that one's tight. Once we get him out of here, we can go on ahead and pull the valve cover. Good thing we didn't start pulling on it. There we go. All of them should be loose. So let's go on ahead and see if we can get this valve cover to come out. It might be stuck. There's your intake gasket. I'm going to try to lay them out so they don't get damaged. I got that, and I got that one. That's loose. That's loose. That one's loose. There's not another one back here, is there? No. I wouldn't think that this needs to be pried off here, being plastic. But maybe it does. Let me grab a screwdriver. Let's just kind of ease our way in here. There we go. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of effort, I guess, to get it. Trying not to damage it. I was going to take the plastic molding off, but I kind of figured I'd just jump over here and see about how this one came out before I had a heyday with that. There we go. I'm pretty sure that we've got it, for the most part, loose. I think. There we go. I think we got it. So, alright, cool. So hopefully, I'm hoping that we don't damage the gasket. If we can, I'd like to reuse it. I don't see that happening though. Oh, that's just a fitting. Okay. All the bolts are still in here. All of them are loose. Yeah, I should take all of them out actually. Oh, none of them want to come out of the cover. No, they all have things on them, it seems like. Alright, what did I miss? I'm missing something and I know it. You want to come out? Come out! Should come off. You know, I wonder actually now. Let's see. That's not grabbing. That's not grabbing. That's not grabbing. Is it? No. That one's loose. That one's loose. That's loose. That's loose. Is it loose? Yeah, that one's loose. That one's loose. That one's loose. Don't want that falling in there. That's loose. That one's loose. That one back here is loose, and that one over there is loose. So, theoretically, this should come out. But for whatever reason, it's not. And I'm wondering if it's because these bolts are still in here. I think they might, yeah. Oh, they have rubber grommets in them. I'm just gonna take all of them out. I mean, that's kind of where my thoughts are. I think my bolts are what's holding me up. Set that over there, so that way I don't risk dropping it. So now since them are out, it still doesn't want to come out. What are we hitting? Please tell me I don't. You know what? Do we have to take... It's starting to look like this has to come off to get the valve cover out. So we'll just pull these up and we'll push that in. There we go. I apologize about the light. I know it's not the greatest, but I'm kind of working with what I've got. So I do apologize about that. I'd like to have better light out here myself. I do agree. So, yeah, this one, come up, there we go. There we go. Ooh, look at that. I can't tell if that's up or not. It is now. And it just disconnected. And don't pull on your wires like I am. That's not a great idea. But I was just doing it to get it out of the way. So this shouldn't be that difficult to redo. There we go. So I guess we'll just take this off and pull it off to the side like we've been doing with everything else. I was really hoping to just take that out. I'm gonna go over to that side and get it. That way I'm not blocking the camera. These are going to be in the way of this valve cover anyway on both sides, it looks like. If there's a way to get the valve cover out without taking all this shit off, I'm not seeing it. Obviously. Yeah, that's the gas line like I thought. Because I see the gas symbol going to it. So this is, I bet, for the injectors. Yeah. So getting this out might be fun. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. So we'll just pull this. Shit, what was that? One of the things just fell. We'll set this over here for now. That just fell, and we'll have to get it. Okay, I wish that would stop leaking. So, let me grab that. It fell on the floor. So let's see about getting this intake manifold out of here. Well, intake manifold, or I'm not sure what to call it. I'm just calling it intake manifold. I might need an extension. Okay, so there's a bolt there. I'm wondering if there's only 2 bolts going in. I doubt that. Very highly doubt that. There's a bolt. I would think that right there would be a bolt, but no. And I would think that right there would be a bolt, but no. There's another one. Huh. There's seriously only 2 bolts that hold this in here? Damn. I see little holes and I would think right there would be a bolt, but I guess not. I wonder how many intake leaks these were known for. Huh. Yeah. So let me grab a shorter extension and we'll get that back on. Take a peek. This back. One thing I still need to find in this is the battery. I have no clue where it is. I might have to look it up. I have a feeling it's in the trunk, and I have no clue how to open that trunk. I wonder if there's a button for it on the key fob. There might be. I felt this move just a second ago. I felt it move. Let's see if it actually did or not. Yep. Really, just those 2? Huh. Wow. Here's underneath. I would think there'd be one right there and there. Yeah, there are. That's what I thought. There are bolt holes in there for them. It was missing. What? Hold on a second here. Wait a minute. Okay, so let me show you what I saw. Bolt hole, there was a bolt in that hole, there was a bolt here. There's a hole there, hole there, hole there, hole there. There's no bolts. There's threads. There, 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 and there. For bolts to be right there. Unless we took those bolts out with something else, there was no bolts there. So, that's interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to keep an eye out. There should be a gasket. I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, so let's see if we can get this valve cover out of here now. If it doesn't come out now, I'm going to be pissed. Okay, good. Yep. Went up further than it did before, so it was hitting on the thing. Alright, let's see. Ready? Drum roll, please. There's your valve cover. Inside the engine looks pretty damn clean. wow, look how clean that is. Oh good, you saw it. Look at how clean that is inside of there. Timing chain feels pretty tight. Cam lobes look okay. So, it's not a cam problem, that's good. Cam lobes look just fine. I believe that is your intake and this is your exhaust. I would spin the engine over and check it, but I really don't want to ruin nothing. I really don't want those injectors powered up either. And there's a lot of stuff up here not plugged in, so there you go. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to remove the water pump. How does the water pump come off? I think that bolt right there, and I think these two down here, it looks like, and there's another big one right there. And I think that is what takes off our water pump. And then once we have that out of the way, we should be able to get the rest of it off. So yeah, let me readjust the camera and we'll get that off. So let's see about getting this water pump off of here. I believe we said it was a 1/2 inch. Yeah, and I had already started loosening that bolt. That's what I thought. Okay, so then these two here and this one on bottom, I think I can get on that one with a socket, to be honest with you. I might want a longer socket for this. Oh yeah, look at that. Shit. There we go. Cool. So, once we get him out of here, I can't get back on that one with this. I think the bolts up above it are 10 millimeter. Or next to it, I mean, not up above it. Yeah, I figured everything on here seems to be 10 millimeter. 1/2 inch though has been the biggest size I've run into so far. 10 millimeter being the smallest. Oh, good. Remember how I said I was going to drop something earlier? Guess what I just did. Just leave it down there for now. That's loose. Now I gotta grab that socket again because I gotta get the other one. Oh, I already did loosen that. I don't think that there's any other ones holding the water pump on. I think it's just these. Because it looks like the water pump kind of goes over here. I had thought there was something hidden underneath of the valve cover, but no, I guess not. But you had to take it off anyway in order to get to the timing gear. Cam gear, whatever. I gotta figure out what the timing marks are on this. So let's see. There we go. What's this? Yep, that is good. Cool. Trying to stay out of the way of the camera. Oh, that up there is not part of this. Okay, interesting. Wonder what I was removing then. There we go. There we go. That's removed. The less I have to take and unhook, the better. So that goes into the water jacket of the engine. I know that's what I call it on the little tractors. I'm not sure what you call it on here, so I'm just going to call it the water jacket. So now, here, grab this 10mm socket. Get these pulled off of here. They're just sensors. I was going to unplug them earlier until I figured out what exactly they were. It's pretty much straightforward how they come apart. Just take them and do that procedure. All of them are 10mm that hold them in. I'm not sure what these sensors are for exactly. I think they're NOx sensors. No, not NOx sensors. I think they're for cam positioning sensors, my bad. NOx sensors would be in the block, you retard. So... and there's another sensor over there. There we go. So then he comes out. I wonder if any of them are for the variable valve timing. I wonder if, well, this engine's a 2009. I wonder if it has the variable valve timing. I bet it does. Yeah, it probably does. So we need a 10mm wrench or a small 10mm. Probably need the extension for that one. That's nice though how open this is. I will give GM that. It is pretty nice. I like how open this front is. I wish it was this open in my truck. Easy to get in here and work on it. I think that's what holds. Yeah, it is. That's what I thought. There we go. This won't bolt. I bet you it's already out. It's not. There. I figured it was. Cool. Moved somewhere, or it's out of the way. Yeah, I was kind of nervous about that, and unfortunately my suspicion is correct. I'm gonna have to drain that. I'm just gonna leave it right there for now, just so it's out of my way. There's our other radiator line. Ew. What the hell just came out of that? Was gross. There's stuff in there still. So I guess it's not fully drained, but it is drained. So this is 10 millimeter, right? That's another 10 millimeter. I got my 10 millimeter. Going to be honest, I expected worse. This is actually not horrible. It's just really messy, that's it. But that's to be expected on a 100,000 mile car. So then this sensor can come out. We can put this bolt back. So that means we're pretty close to being ready to start taking other stuff off of here, eh? What did I just take them out? There we go. Second one. Okay, well, we have two of them. There's another one of them over here, but in order to get to this one, you have to move a bunch of stuff. Oh, nice. I thought this was going to be able to be removed, but I guess not. Well, I don't think it matters, but I guess if it does, I'll have to come back in here and we'll rearrange and maneuver things around. I've got to pull this out. That's a 1/2 inch bolt. And then once I have that out, everything's got to come out of here one way or another, so I'm just going to go on ahead and take it out. So now, that piece should come out. There we go. Bingo. So now, everything is out. So yeah, we should be able to take that other valve cover off. I'm gonna go on ahead and remove the stuff from the other side of the other valve cover, all the bolts and everything, and once I do that, I'll bring the camera back and we'll go on ahead and get it out. So I got the head loose. I want to go on ahead and see if we can get this off of here. Or valve cover, not head, I meant to say. There we go. I had that loose. Kind of annoying that the bolts like to screw like that. Oh, here we are. Wish I could just leave it set like that and have it work. There we go. That's loose, loose, loose. It's kind of difficult to get in here. Trying to feel around back here. We may not even have to take it off completely. Whoa, wait a minute. Back here look kind of rough. Trying to figure out where it's still holding. I wonder. Oh, thing being held to it. I don't think that. Does that thread into the head or does that thread into this? It threads into the head. Okay, so that's not going into this. Some sort of electrical conduit back there. I can't tell if that's holding onto this or not. Where is this? I'm trying to figure out where it's still attached. I think we're still attached somewhere. Can't get on that one. Come on. For God's sake. Come on. This one back here is the struggle to get. Did I finally get it? No. Give me a second. Okay, I got door number 2 loose. So let's go on ahead and open up door number 2 and let's see what we have. No, did I get it loose? I thought I did. Alright, it's being held by something, probably this back bolt that I can't really get on all that well. Okay, that's loose, so why won't it? You know, there we go. I was gonna say, we could just put it up, which is what I'm kind of starting to think about doing, is just putting it up like that and just not take it out. Let's just do that. Nah. I'd kind of like to get it out if I can. Nothing's attached to it right now still, so why does it not want to come out? I bet it's stuck. I can't get on it. How convenient. See, I took all the bolts out on the other side and that made it a lot easier. I can't really do that over here because this one's not quite that easy to get to. And then I've got these lines in my way. If I was smart, I wouldn't take this out completely. Yeah, it's just this one, I guess, back here is what's holding me up. There we go. There we go, I think we got it. I think we've got a tab or something holding it. Just don't go ripping on shit, that's how you break things. There's one bolt back here. I don't know why they do that. Why do they grab on as you're trying to take them out? That's the most annoying thing to find is taking them out and all of a sudden one of your bolts decided it just wanted to grab back on the threads, you know. And it was loose. It was loose and I had it out. That's why over there I took them out completely, which, you know, I wouldn't mind doing over here. And to be honest with you, I should. Now it'll come out. And also, hold it in order to get it to turn. My hands are oily. So when I go to put this back together, I'm going to make sure all the bolts are out of it before I even dare to put the cover back. Really? Let's try this one. That one kept changing directions on me. It was getting kind of annoying. A different one grabbed. And we got it. Oh, I see what it is. It's this now that I thought I pulled out. But I guess not. Oh, shit. That just fell somewhere. There we go. Let's see if we can get this to come out. So this right here, I had to deal with it on the other side also, and it just, I remember what I did over there. I think it just came off up here. I do know we dropped a bolt. I'm trying to see where it went. I don't see it right now. I'm nervous. You know what, on second thought, if that's just sitting in there, I'm taking it out. There we go. Let's just take that completely out. So there we go. Man, that was a pain in the ass. This side looks a little bit worse than that side. Yeah. Although the cam doesn't look terrible. It just looks kind of rough over here. I don't see the... I don't feel anything in there. Shit, where did the bolt go? My hope is it fell in one of the spark plug holes. I don't see it. Oh boy. Well, that's just what you want to see, hopefully. We'll find it. I'm just gonna grab a magnet on the stick if I do and get it out. As long as it didn't fall into the engine, that's all that matters. It's not inside of there. It's not down in there. Double valves per cylinder. It's got what looks like water sitting in it. I just found one on the floor. I have a feeling, I don't think that's it. I didn't hear it hit anything, but I heard it, or I saw it, and it didn't look like it went into the motor. It was in that corridor. Oh, wait a minute here. What's that? Why is that just sitting down there? Oh. Well, what the hell are these? Huh, that's interesting. I wonder what... Well, I don't know what these are about. There's another one sitting down there too. There's one. There's one down there. That one looks worse. And there's one. Let me make a quick phone call real quick, because I am not sure about that one. So after doing a little bit more thinking on the car and the stuff that we have found that was wrong with it, I have made the executive decision that, and after talking with the owner of the car, we have made the executive decision that we are going to advance into it a little further. I need to do some more digging around on things, and I want to see if I can find a replacement engine. The plan is we're gonna pull the motor. That's the plan. We're gonna pull the motor out of it, and I want to pull the head off on the left side, and I want to check the head, make sure the head looks good and the valve didn't bend or kiss the piston or anything. I'm almost tempted just to pull the timing or the cam out and put the lifters back on and then put it back together and see what happens. But at the same, well, we really don't have anything to lose there. But at the same time, you know, we're looking at, well, there's a reason that it jumped timing. You know, it could go from the timing chain jumped to, I don't know if this engine has the variable valve timing where it goes from a well, I know the V8s have it where they go from a V8 to a 4-cylinder. I don't know if they did that on the 6 cylinders where the 6-cylinder goes from a 6 to a 4 or maybe to a 3-cylinder. I don't know. But that's kind of what's been on my mind lately. So right now it's kind of cold out here, to be honest with you right now. So I'm just kind of wanting it to warm up a little bit, and at the same time I'd like to find a little bit more about it before I jump further headfirst into something that I have no idea what I'm doing. So I want to take a second and thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from this. If this is interesting to you, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. We've gotten this far into it. If you guys want to see a part 2 on this thing, or if you've done this before and have any suggestions, leave me a comment down below. I'd really appreciate some insight on this, because again, this is the first time that I am really messing with or digging into a vehicle like this. So, but right now my plan, like I said, is I want to pull the motor. We've got nothing to lose behind this thing, so we're just going to pull the engine, and I want to see what exactly is going on in that cylinder head. And then while I'm in there, I'm just going to pull everything off the front of that motor, get the cam timed, and then once the cam is all timed, we'll throw everything back together. And once it's all thrown back together, we'll drop the engine back in the car, or we will find another motor. Now, we were talking about V8s, so just saying. So maybe we'll do something else with it. I don't know. I guess we'll see. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to see a part 2 on this car, please let me know. I know this isn't the normal thing that we do around here on the channel, but it's what I've got in the shop today, and I decided let's make a video on it and do something with it. So yeah, alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.